Family. Hey, so today we are reacting and we are breaking down the song Ragnarok by Yamark. So we're gonna check the song and then we're gonna break the lyrics line for line. So please do check my previous reactions, subscribe to the channel, like the video. As you can tell by the background, I'm still at my granny's house, but hey, nothing is stopping us from the videos. And this song has been requested from like way back, but I haven't got the chance to listen to it, to check it out. So let's get it. So the first line says, a raven sits on the altar, the moon shines menacingly. So from the first line, we're getting that atmospheric journey and the symbolization of a raven and a moon already tells you that, okay, something bad is coming. There's something bad to expect, because obviously the raven is associated with like sending messages, and most of the time the messages are just bad news. The second line says, I received it as a gift from the gods. So now we get the idea that there's a divine intervention, but with this line we're not sure what he's talking about. Is it wisdom? Is that raven that he first spoke about on the line the gift from the gods, or it's something else? Now, like the second line, when you listen to it, it makes you curious on what he is talking about or what the entire song will be talking about. Which brings us to the third line, which says, the sword of fire is iron, harness the horse. With that, that's where you get the idea that, okay, he's got the sword as the gift from the gods. The part that says harness the horse, it tells us that now the author is prepared and is ready for whatever journey that he's about to embark on. And now remember, on this particular line of the song, we haven't gotten an explanation as to what are we preparing for, but already like we have the sign that there's bad news lingering, but the gods sent us the sword, so we are prepared for whatever is coming. But now obviously if we're talking about a sword, it has something to do with protecting, fighting, or being just war ready. Then the line that says the dawn is my robe, here we are getting that the singer is preparing for a new day, but still we don't get the idea of the new day changing the situation. It's still a new day, but then the struggles are still the same. The thread that's lingering is still the same, which goes to the line that says, pray for us, dear. Now, this is a plea for support. This is a plea for protection from your loved ones or from the supporters. And in this case, it's been the request from Ukraine as a country to other countries that are affiliated with it for support, be it whether it's food, whether it's the weapons, whether it's just love in general, so that line refers to that particular situation. And then we go to the line that says, it's time for us to go under the cover of star domes. Now this is the turning point, which just suggests that now this is time for action. Now we are battle ready, as we said that it's a new day, but now we are not holding back. Now we are charging in. Then the other line that follows says, I pray to my family, give me strength. What does it say? Oh, give strength to the field. This line particularly suggests like the connection of the author to his homeland and the ownership of his ancestors and just keeping the heritage. So it's like, okay, I'm going to war right now, but then I know that I need support from my direct family, I need support from the community, and I just need support from the land, because there's the saying that says, what does it say? Okay, forget about the saying. Forget about the saying. It was just here on my mind, but then I couldn't articulate it. I wanted to translate it from my my original language, right? But then when I'm trying to do that, I just noticed that in English it doesn't make sense. Then we go to the line that says the mind is cold as iris cold. There's a rhyme scheme there. I like that. I like it when we working with lyrics and then you find rhyming words. That's poetry. That's poetry. But yeah, this means that this is a contrast between emotion and logic, because remember the god Aris was associated with starting war, and he was just war thirsty. He didn't need a logical reason. He would just embark on war, as the myth and legend goes, right? But now here Yamark puts the parallel. He's like, okay, I have the fury of Aris, the war god, but the difference is that I am not going for I'm not going to war without reason. I'm going to war with logic. I'm going to war with reason, and I'm not acting on emotion, but then I'm acting as a response or a reaction to the circumstance that has been brought to us. Then we go to the line that says, my body is the iron of the fruits. Yeah. My body is the iron fruits of the heavenly smith. So this line alludes to the fact that he is the creation of his gods, and he is built different. He has the strength, he has the resilience. So this is the moment where he takes pride at himself, like, I'm not a normal human being. I'm not a normal human being. I'm built different. I got the resilience. I got the heart of a lion. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that line symbolizes that. Then we go to the line that says, the demon froze, the enemy surrounded, because Perun himself stole my mail. It means that when they attacked, they were not expecting the resistance. They were not expecting for Ukraine to just be as resistant as it became. So in that moment, that's where they froze, like they paused, like, whoa, what's happening now? We thought this could be just a walk in the park, but then we are being met with this resilience. So yeah, that line refers to that. And then the other part that says, because Perun stole my mail himself. Perun is a deity, or is the god of the sky. So it shows, it resembles, English, it symbolizes the intervention of the gods, the intervention of the ancestors, or the intervention of the higher power. Like, he's not walking alone in this war. He is protected by the higher powers. And then we go to the line that says, Father Boham didn't spare his fury, so I was already getting cold heads from the swamp devils. So here, Father Boham implies the direct confrontation, and the line about the swamps, the devil swamps, refers to the wars that have been fought and then have been won. So it's like, we've been in this muddy situation, but we always found a way to get out of this muddy situation, just like the ancestors did, just like our forefathers did. So we are going to do the same. This is not something new to us. We have been trained for this. We have seen it in the past. It's documented in our history. And it further goes to say, and so that the cunning enemy doesn't prepare for us. So this line specifically highlights that no matter how proud or how prepared the author is, in this case Yamark and his country, they are aware that the enemy is always one step ahead. The enemy just attacks randomly. So in this situation, no matter how worried you are, you always gotta stay vigilante. You always gotta stay wary. So if you ever make a move, we are gonna respond quickly. Then we go to these lines where he says, I am the son of the elements, the unkillable Brahman. I am a wolf. I am an oak. I am an ancient malachite. Here he reminds us of his identity, his connection to the natural world. And you find the comparison of a wolf which resembles the strength. You find the resemblance of an oak which symbolizes endurance, and then the ancient malachite, it represents wisdom and longevity. So this part of the song is an equivalent to, you see, like when you are like that angry to the point that you must remind the people who you are. I am the son of this and this. I came from here and here. I will never be treated like a fool. I will fight for what's right. Like the type of energy, right? Yeah. So this part of the song is the type of energy. So the singer is expressing that to the enemy and to the people of his country. He's reminding them that, hey, we are built different, right? We are ready for this. Let's just charge in. Let's protect our land. We got this. So we go to the line that says, fate has hardened us forever, but it's still too early for us to go to Asgard. So here, this is just an idea of resilience and destiny. He acknowledges the fate that has been brought to them. It's like it's not what they chose, it just happened. But then now that we are here in this situation, we are gonna conquer, right? But conquering the situation requires calculated risk, requires dedication. You are gonna lose lives through this struggle. You are gonna lose yourself, you are gonna touch yourself, but hey, at the end of the tunnel there's a light. So let's just power on and power on. We are gonna conquer. So he acknowledges this, the price that he has to pay for the victory. Then we go to the last line of the verse, which says, Baal roams the earthly temple in the name of the family. Open the gate. So the reference of Baal here, who is an ancient deity for strength and fertility, shows the importance of enlightenment, of pursuing enlightenment and the support from the family. And as I said before, that here the support of family or the support from family doesn't necessarily come from the direct family that he is related with. It includes the community, the other countries that support, anybody who is not against them, and then that's the familial support. And then the pursuit of enlightenment is the pursuit of victory, is the pursuit of security. And as the god Baal is affiliated with strength and fertility, so in this point, if you welcome Baal, it means that you are welcoming fertility, you are welcoming strength. You have strength and you have fertility. Because remember that, like, mostly the idea of war is to take over, and when you do that forcefully, you are ending lives. So if we are inviting the god of fertility, we are not ending life, but then we are protecting what we have, while least we continue making the next generation, of which is going to be brought to the heritage that we have protected, and then we're gonna teach it our own ways. So yeah, that's the last line. So yeah, that was the lyric breakdown, and the elements that are found on these lyrics, mostly it's the connection with the gods, and it's the protection of the land. Like, that's the most instrumental theme here, and it still feels like a cry for help, but at this time it's not a desperate cry for help. It's the cry for the support from the gods, from the communities, as the lines emphasize that. But this time there's that element of confidence, and it's not just relying on the god's abilities, but relying on yourself, that you are gonna conquer this war, you're gonna win it. And I like the poetical delivery that he has shown in this song. And my thing right now, I think that when it's in its original format, when it's in original language, it hits more deep than the translated version. So tell me what you think about the song. Tell me what I've missed or what I got misconstrued on the lyric analysis, because I tried and I feel like it must be 98% accurate. And tell me what you think about the song overall. Like, oh, how would you rate it? Because I rate it 4/5. And I'm noticing this pattern with Yamark. Yamark seems to know different gods, because he has mentioned like the Greek gods, some Egyptian gods, then the Slavic gods, and he knows their role, and he has managed to not put them in a space where like it confuses the listener. He put them in a space where they express what he is expressing, and if you don't pay attention to it, you can think it's just a line for a rhyme. But then when you analyze the characteristics of those particular chords, then that's where you see like the he has the ability to say this line, but under that line like there's a whole message, and then the whole message complements the overall message of the song. I don't know if that made sense, but yeah. So I like the song. I give it 5/5 gold star rating, 10,000 over 10,000, 5-star gold ratings. What am I saying? But yeah, if you made it this far on the video, please subscribe to the channel, watch my previous reactions. And one of my most viewed videos in this channel was Yamark featuring Anissa. So yeah, please do check that out if you haven't checked it out. And family, hey, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and watch my previous reactions. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.